So obviously on the court, there are a lot of adjustments. But off the court, you guys are living your daily life. Life is still life. You still have things that are going. It's 2 hours a day you're at the basketball gym. Outside of that, off the court, living as an American in a European place, in Turkey of all places, how has the adjustment been? I know Dio didn't leave his house last year. He was intimidated by big Istanbul city. But he definitely lived his life a little bit better this year. He's gone to some restaurants. He's found some places he enjoys to go to. But how has life been for y'all off the court? You know, because you still gotta have a life. You know what I'm saying? So how has it been? Compare Serbia to Istanbul, or the situation that y'all been in.
Definitely, I think you know, similar to the States, you go to one city, it's one way. You go to another city, it's completely different. You know, Serbia, you get from point A to point B in 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest change. Of course, you know, out here, a 10-minute drive turns into an hour quick. So I think that adjustment, I haven't driven out here yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even that guy, but like, I'm not driving, I'm not sitting in traffic like that.
Even something as simple as that, like, as an experience, like, you have guys in the NBA making $60 million, but they still drive themselves to practice. But here, it's a completely different situation where you're like, for me to go from here to here, it's going to take me an hour. I don't, after practice, I'm tired, my legs is heavy. I don't want to sit behind this wheel. So it's like, it's definitely a different experience.
And I mean, you have to adjust. Like, I think that's what the European experience is about. You know, it's about adjusting. And when you have guys that have been, you know, around and experienced, you know, the area or whatever, you know, you guys are able to say, hey, you know, this is going to take a long time to get here, or you might want to be closer, you might want to live closer to the gym or further away where all the restaurants are, you know, like little things like that. You know, if at first it sounds like we're just trying to have conversations, get to know each other, but like you really have to listen to these pointers because you know you're gonna need them. So I think that's been big for me.
I mean, piggybacking off of what you said, I mean, with the driving thing, same with me. Like, I'm only driving to practice. That's it. I say it every day. The only place I will drive is practice. That's it. If I'm not driving to practice, I need a car or Uber to wherever else I'll go. I will say, like, the other day I went to breakfast and went to, what was it, Estonia Park? And that was the first day I got home, and I literally said to myself, I said, this is like the first time I really, like, it wasn't, like, I felt like normal. Yeah. Like, maybe, like, it kind of, not that it's growing on me, but it's like, I'm getting, like, used to it now, being around it. One thing I'm still not used to, though, is, like, I have my dog here with me, of course. So, I mean, back home in America, you know, you have your dog, take it with you wherever, and, like, it's not a big deal. But here, you walk by people, and you would think I have, like, a little demon next to me, man. People will, I've had people scream, yell. I'm like, and she'll be on her leash. I'm walking with her. I'm like, man, she's not bothering anybody. But the cats everywhere there's cats in restaurants, everything.
Culture.
Yeah. It's a big, like, something like that is like a big culture difference.
Definitely.
But it's funny, man. I bring my Kira's her name. I bring her, try to go to a restaurant. They'll say no to her, but I'll see 50 cats. Cats will be eating off of people's plates in there, and they won't say nothing. But it's all good. It's a little different.
Run the city out here.
For sure.
How about you, Mr. Minnesota? Mr. Minnesota.
Man, shout out to Woodbury, Minnesota, man. Shout out to all my loved ones out there. I mean, like you said, like last year, like I didn't go nowhere at all because I was just like, first of all, the traffic is like the biggest deterrent. Like you said, 10 minutes turned into an hour drive. I don't got time to sit in the car. I'd rather be at the home playing a game, order something to eat. But I feel like this year I just like was just more inclined to just like go get food some places. Like there's really nice restaurants here, and I like food. So like,
what's your favorite restaurant?
Of them. Yeah, favorite restaurant.
My favorite restaurant?
We all know the answer to this.
Probably Hakkasan.
Hakkasan, bro.
But like Hakkasan fire. But they got like just great restaurants all over the city. But I feel like just this year was just more just like, you know, 25 years old, living in Istanbul, Turkey. Like, not a lot of American people can have the opportunity to say
Right.
that they can do that. And so,
And I think that's what's so important about being able to play this game globally. It's like
Yeah.
the experiences, like you said.
Fact.
25 years old, 10 years ago, if somebody would have told you you would be playing basketball in Istanbul, Turkey, eating at a 5-star restaurant overlooking a beautiful view of a bridge with your friends, what would you have said? Ain't no way, boy.
truthfully, I'd probably be like, boy, I'm in the league.
Yeah,
I don't know what Turkey.
Yeah, exactly, but
Like, like, that's a great point, though. Like, it's a blessing, honestly. So,
yeah.
it's been nice this year just getting out a little bit more. But, you know, like you said earlier, like, I still don't be moving around like that. But at the end of the day, Istanbul is a great place. It's a nice city.
I have a question for all three of y'all. If you took, obviously the language is a barrier. You take the language out of it, you don't see any signs. All the signs are in English. Would you feel like Istanbul is outside of, like I said, the language and the alphabet that you see? Would you say Istanbul is so different than like a major city in the States? Like a New York City?
Absolutely.
You still would?
What would you say is different?
The infrastructure, everything is built
fact,
different.
the infrastructure
that
is
was gonna be my point.
Yeah,
But what about the
it's
culture?
way different.
There's this view,
and the
bro.
culture's
So would you
different
say,
too.
so infrastructure is because Istanbul is way, way older than the United States, correct?
No,
I
but
mean, everything here too is just like, I will say I've been in a big city. Like, obviously, I'm from Buffalo, New York, but I grew up going to, my AU team was in New York City, so I was in New York City every weekend. New York City and Istanbul, New York City is a big city, made of traffic, crazy too, but it still does not feel as big as Istanbul, how it feels.
Istanbul
in
is
my opinion.
enormous.
Bro, it's huge, bro.
And everywhere, like the buildings, like stuff is stacked on top of each other. Like it's crazy. Like there's so many people, so many buildings everywhere. It's like I don't really see a lot of space in general. Like,
Would you say
This a side street?
exactly.
Would you say it's a little intimidating or overwhelming?
And people can park anywhere, too.
Overstimulating.
I think it's I feel like, and like we talked about earlier in the season, like even getting in the car and driving, like this was the first time since I was 16 driving that I need to lock in to drive around the corner. Like I'm like 2 hands on the wheel looking around. Like it's a lot different. So
I think that's also too because like you said the language and the buildings, but I feel like in this podcast we're like saying a lot of negative. There's a lot of great things about overseas basketball. There's a lot of great things about the culture, but it's just they roll the toilet paper this way. In America, we roll it this way.
Yeah,
so it's not necessarily like it's a bad thing. It's just
different.
different. So like even from my experience, like sometimes like when you go to a roundabout, no one's stopping for you. Like, it's not like they're being disrespectful. It's just like that's the culture. Like
That's the
even you
way.
see the student drivers like.
They drive dumb slow. Hey, boy, the student drivers, get out the way, fool. So much, dog.
But I always tell my wife that it's like it's a culture thing. So it's like it's hard to really be mad because they can say what we do is rude. You know, with the Turkish culture, you see a lot of times they go when they're always willing to offer you tea or offer you they go
So
handshake,
respectful,
all that
yeah.
stuff. But in America, we don't do that. So they can look at us as rude. So it's like. It's kind of like yin and yang, like this is how they grew up and this is how we grew up and we're more used to
you want
that.
a tea in America, it's gonna be $10.99.
I would say,
Let's go get out here.
Risky. I would piggyback off that though. Like, I feel like from my personal experience, like, obviously, like being in America all my life and then coming here and living in Istanbul, Turkey, with predominantly more Turkish people. Like, I feel like Turkish people are really respectful, really nice out here, and like especially like our fans too. They show a lot of love as well, and so that's also another. That's another thing that's definitely made like a transition coming from back home over here like a lot easier too. Is being around people who are also really welcoming.